everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Feature of Interest. So, we now basically narrowed down to Raphael being the one who shot the gun, and he is now like almost very close to like putting Meredith on the pedestal to be accused, and oh boy, but now you're bringing up Maya, like her interview is the big reason why this whole thing happened? What even is the interview about? He never told me the details. I had to kill a woman without ever knowing why. I could care less about the inner politics of some cult group. Poppycock. A cult group? Okay, that's your opinion then. Yeah, here we are. Funny for a guy who was against the whole thing. I hoped you never make it this far. I could deal with murder, but to backstab our friends? No, I won't sink that low. One more time, Rafi. Who is Mandira's working with? Who are you supposed to be? Who are you supposed to squeal on? No, I won't do it. This group used to have standards. We would never betray the ones we worked with. If Mandira's is gonna change all that, he could go to hell for all I care. Oh, you exclusively work for the Valleys, okay. That's it. I'm through with it. Finished. I'm not taking any more orders from a man who won't even show me his face. You hear that, you nutter? I know you're watching this trial. Okay, nice. I quit. Oh my gosh, have fun with the pink slip tomorrow morning when it gets stained red. Way to go, everyone. That buffoon will be away for a while. Not everything has been cleared up, though. We know that he didn't shoot the victim. Who did? Yeah, we had to forcibly prove that he didn't fire the third shot, and he was the one who shoved Iris with the balcony, so... Oh boy, so can we skate by this, or... Ravi wasn't the only one we're gunning for today. Who shot Maya Fey? A good question. Any ideas, right? Here it is. I really can't go any further. I hear my name accused once during tomorrow's trial. Or you try to tip off the police in any way. Or Sister Iris find herself in prison again. I'll have Mr. Mandir sick as men the master. All alone, in this room, with no brave attorney to defend her. Can I really afford to let Meredith Fey get away with it? What happens then? I tried to kill her once, but how do I know she won't go back on her word? What should I do? I'm pretty sure Paul enters you're fine, but just in case, like, I can't remember if this actually changes anything or not. Okay, let's see, a close. No, I don't know if she'll try again, but I can't immediately risk it. No, dang it, I want to make things worse. I can't take the chance. I'm not gambling with Maya's life. It'll be okay. I'm not defending Meredith. I'm not... None of it matters. I won't risk Maya to get the bad guy. Meredith stays out of this. I don't know who shot Maya, but that's irrelevant. My goal is to prove the defendant not guilty, and I've done that.
Objection.
I'm disappointed. I'm a master of playing stupid. I can tell that's what you're doing. If you won't out the villain, then I will. It was Meredith Fey. Well, I kinda expected this to happen. He's gonna get her killed. That's right, ladies and gents. Tonight's would-be killer is known as a victim's grandmother. Wait, Jimmy, how do you know that? It's simple logic deduction, my friend. Who hired Mr. Donatello? Oh, don't get yourself. It wasn't for his looks. She knew what he was doing. What do you think happened after Donatello missed Miss Maya? Meredith went down and shot her herself. Now we're gonna drag her to the stand or not? No, you can't do that. Don't be silly. Of course I can. She's right up there in the gallery. Why don't you step on down and have a nice little chat with us? Please, she can't testify. Why not? A killer's a killer's a killer. What? A killer's a killer's a killer. What? You don't know what you're doing. Believe it or not, I do. Now let's catch ourselves a bad guy. Somebody go and fetch her. Pretty please. Nice. This isn't good. Does Mr. Jimmy even realize the situation he's... Oh. Does Mr. Jimmy even realize the situation he's putting her in? You can't know. We're the only ones who do. We have to go to the hospital. Would we make it in time? I don't think we would. The people who hurt her, they're evil. You have to make sure they don't get away. Well, I mean, if we're that worried about them, we can't make it to the hospital. Just call Paula or Trucy and just, like, tell them. If I bailed now, they think I will just throw in the case. I can still call the clinic. I can warn them. I'm back. Oh, hi. Waters. Right? Oh, we're going last names now? Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you. Told you to get those doors tested, didn't I? Oh, right. What did you find? Fingerprints found in one or more entrances of the hidden hallway. These people here all got their prints on the entrance to the secret hall. Entrances? As in the plural? Well, I wasn't sure which one you wanted, so I got them all done. Sorry it's not more organized. I was in a rush, alright? I seem to say you use which entrance. At least you followed through. I can make it easier. We both know you didn't do it, right? Saw it cross your knob. Your prints were only found on the inside. Remember, I saw you touch it. Prints only found the inside, so I'm off the hook. Nice! You don't sound so excited. Oh, wow. Wait, you didn't cross your own name off the list. That means you could have done it. Dude, I did like you asked. Why still so glum? One more thing. Could you please go check on Maya? Maya? Oh, she's fine. Could you check? Please? I already have police there, but I can do it. Think something doesn't matter? Yeah, I'm on it. A friend of mine's with her, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Just see that she's safe. She's fine, don't worry. I'll get right down there. Will we make it in time? We'll find out. Please, Waters, don't fail me now. Worry about it later. We can't let the person who shot Mystic Maya escape. Pearls, that's not like you. Just do it. None of these people can get away. There's nothing more I can do for Maya. Her life is in my hands. The only thing left is to make sure her attacker doesn't escape. Oh, hi. This is gonna be fun. I want your first line to be, how could you, Mr. Phoenix, even though I didn't even ask you to come down here. It was that guy's fault, Mr. Jimmy. Just Jimmy. It's him you're after, not me. Order? Order, court has been reconvened. Oh, the suspect is ready. Do I need to introduce her again? They did that yesterday, right? Suspect already? Is that how things work in this kangaroo court? Well, thank you. Well, you already realized it right real quickly. But we're not in Australia right now, okay? Meredith Faye, back for round 2, everybody. Glad to have her. Encore. You know why you're here? Of course I do. I was sitting right up there when you directly accused me. Yeah. Good. Just so long as we're all up to speed. Now, why don't you begin by telling us your story? Will this be okay? Is Mystic Maya safe? I mean, it wasn't you who accused her. Oh. I think those supposed to be Fiend's first time. Okay. Let's not bet on it. Those daggers just staring at me tell me the answer is clear no. Well, screw you, lady. Why me? Why me? Why? You say I'm my own granddaughter for assassination. What kind of person do you think I am? I'm not like others in my family, completely devoid of self-restraint. A one-time murder would hardly be in anyone's better interest, my own included. Just for the record, I'm not the one who accused you, so no hard feelings? Hard feelings? Whatever do you mean, good sir? Just hoping you're not angry yet. Well, at me. If you must ask, Mr. Phoenix, I'm a wee bit disappointed. I was hoping you would be able to protect me, after how well we got to know each other. You could have stopped the prosecutor, but you failed. You hardly even tried. The trial, who can we say is responsible for a verdict? The attorney who protects a client or the prosecution who pursues her? You're both at fault. There's enough forgiveness from you, but there won't be any from me then now. This will be for Maya, you witch! Get your dark magic out of here, God. Oh God, Raphael, like, just saying this in the whole occult thing, even though like the whole DL6 case, and I'm what was it, the KG2 incident with the Hathakura Temple Buddhism, spirit channeling is real. It's real, I say. You say I set my own granddaughter up for assassination. What kind of person do you think I am? Well, a person less, but you know, I'm something. Do you really want me to answer that? Oh, Mr. Phoenix, are you also pressing this poor old woman? Poor? I thought you're rich. I love my granddaughter every bit as much as you did. Loved? As in the past tense? Oh my god. She's playing herself as a harmless old granny. The court is to see her true colors, and you show her for what she is. I'm not like others in my family, completely devoid of self-restraint. Literally, the only people I had that was literally just like, Dahlia and, Morgan Faye. Well, I guess in the sister, like, if that story was true, that I'm your own sister, that's 3. Why are you so bitter towards your family? You'll be 2. Killing a family member over a silly title? Pah! Well, it hurts us. Never any good from it. Well said. That's a cool, really cool sprite. I wish there was some way we could make it all stop. You can't change human nature. Well, unless you brainwash or hypnotize them, then, you know, don't worry about, you know, if it's right or not. It's always right. I hate it. This is why I let them begin with. Sorry I can't do more, but I can at least be sure those responsible don't pay for their actions. How untimed murder would hardly be in anyone's better interest, my own included. I will say that, like, just, again, still, it's just, God, it gets under my skin so much. You used a few interesting terms just now. Few interesting terms. You've been reading the dictionary, Encyclopedia Britannica. Did I? It pleases the court. I gladly explain my words. You see, this word comes from the Latin word root of the... It would, Mr. Wright. What were you curious about? Wanton, anyone, better interest. Oh, those words. Well, those are pretty vague. Oh, okay, better interest. I'm ready to get annoyed again. What do you mean by better interests? How can such a horrid act possibly do any good? Violence begets violence. Murder typically has a motive. Perhaps, but a rational person will find a way around. A murderer would risk losing everything. Why would I do that to kill somebody I loved? This one's rational, nothing else. I have an idea what her motive was, but nothing too specific. How much of the truth do I actually know yet? Like you witness, please amend your testimony? I can't imagine senseless violence would be to anyone's benefit. I mean, that could go with this letter. It happens to now disappoint me. Like, that letter could go with it, but I want to read the other one just in case. Wanton and anyone's or others. Wanton, murder, anyone's better interest. Those are big boy words. Okay, oh, I just said that through there, but okay. Define wanton. Oh, wanton. That which is gratuitous and unjustifiable. Wanton to do with violence. Thank you for that, Mr. Webster. No, you're talking about someone who's in the last case. He was already dead. Sorry about that. Webster Encyclopedia. Does this definition fit what you meant, witness? It will work fine. This is truly a horrid tragedy that didn't need to happen. I see. Please bring your testimony. It's a horrible senseless act, a true tragedy. Okay, that definitely changes. Starting with the motive, it's nothing really solid yet. It makes it easier. We already know who she's working with. The only thing to do is find an opening to attack. It's just the first part. She'll have more for you coming soon. What? She's matured so much. It's amazing how good of a grasp she has in this. Oh. No, that's adorable. That's cute. Okay, so I think it's better interest. A horrible senseless act, a true tragedy. But what's anyone? I doubt it's. I bet it's gonna be better interest, but just for the sake of it. Who is anyone? Who is anyone, my dear sir? Don't get existential on me. Answer the question. As involved the incident, the 8 people who are there. That's a good summary. What do you think, Mr. Judge? It'll do. Witness, please amend your testimony. Nobody involved had any reason to see her dead. Nobody involved had any reason to see her dead. You know, this maybe could work here better. A letter addressed by FM. Quite displeased with willingness as far as the master must go. Happens now disappoint me. Nobody involved any reason to see her dead. Well, this is like literally this is blackmail, so like they had a reason. The 8 people there were not the only ones involved. We know this, yet you're making a point to avoid the fact. Our previous witness admitted his gang was involved. We have an explicit confession that they were after her. Objection. Objection. Oh, apart from his word, what do we really have? A car and a disgruntled butler can only take you so far. If only there was some, I don't know, some evidence that the reality was responsible. God. He may as well be saying wink wink nudge nudge. And please do this whole thing. Okay. I do have that piece of evidence which implicates them. There is one thing which condemns Rivali's family. Learning letter of the letter address, but that's probably this again. Can we just literally just show this again? If not, then let's see. It's not that, then what else could it be? Something shows that they have more. The card. Well, the card and the letter, really. This letter is found in the manor. The address is from the family. The family. Oh my! Well, it may not directly refer to the shooting, but I can't think of what else it might mean. My thoughts exactly. Oh, poor Miss Faye. What did they have against her? She's playing something they wanted to avoid. I still haven't found out what, but I know that's why she was shot. And I know why it had to happen that day. Something else is there that wanted their attention. Really? Other than Miss Faye, why did they need to be there? Why did they need to be there? I'm assuming it's all because of the interview, so it's literally just because of, it's because of Gladys? Because the whole thing is that Maya was the one about the interview, and Gladys was there just to get this out of the way real quickly. Gladys Porter was spying the manor and his residence. Oh, I guess then the listening bugs would work too. That day she was there for an interview with Maya. I'm not sure what it would have covered, but it was enough to make a target out of her. Okay. What on earth does that have to do with our lovely witness? No turning back now. Meredith Faye was working with the family. Gotta say, I'm loving this. Oh, well, then eat it all up then. Okay. Okay, you had the music turned off all this time and just listen to aesthetic air? Well, that's a good channel. Whale noises, all that. Just don't fall asleep in white noise. You see, as I said before, I came to the same conclusion. We're like minds, righty? Partisan crime. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Please do not hijack my mind. I already had enough people just looking through my own mind as it is. Yeah, I quit struggling from here on, or are we really together in this? Yes, Mr. Phoenix, are you truthfully siding with the prosecution? I don't have a choice. Maya's fate is no longer in my hands. It's just you, me, and the truth. And me too. Don't forget me. Well, and the judge. And him too. I can't believe it. Do you really have a basis for this? Well, for one, there's Mr. Donatello, who you know. Well, he worked for you. Mr. Raphael worked for the mob? Oh my heavens, I had no idea. You knew? How could I? He wouldn't admit something like that. That letter surely must have been meant for him. If I read it, I couldn't possibly know what it meant. Not gonna admit it? Guess we do it the hard way. Time for plan B. Or testimony. I plead the fifth. Except for just like Adrian Andrews that did it once, I don't think any character really did that. Oh my. Oh boy. Oh, this is the other one, but you know, DLC though. I never knew Mr. Raphael was with those people. If I had, I wouldn't have hired him to begin with. The letter must have been sent to him, not me. There's no reason to say I plan to respond to anything at all. And as such, there's no reason to suspect me any more than anybody else. So not seeing her as any more than a poor old woman? Are you too sure about this? Get rid of poor, then we're fine. Sorry, Mr. Judge, but you'll forgive us, I hope. She's the one. It was her. You certainly were quick to turn on me. This hostility cannot be ignored. Or forgiven. Likewise. Your mind was made up the moment we pulled you to the stand. You can't fool the prosecution or me. You're on your own right now. Okay, so how do you go about this then? How are we gonna prove that you did know? Your defense was even if you did read it, you wouldn't know what it meant. my first thought was literally just like your fingerprints were on this, but oh wait, no, it's the fingerprints on the other one. I tried to hide you by seeking, let's say, it's time to come home. Where else was it? Where was it that they said like fingerprints on it? Oh, well, I think it was the threatening letter had fingerprints on it, but now we can't really use that to our own benefit now. So what would be another good thing then? It just keeps coming up to me. Like, I know we don't have to use every single piece of like evidence, but every single time I look at this, it just for a master host at her home in the Korean village, and her picture's there. There's no mistake in that. And look, a little nice gate. I swear that must come up at some point, but how could you not realize that? How was this thing he'd advertised, would you? I mean, yeah. No. You understand we kept it a secret. Had I known, things would have turned out differently. I promise you that. If I had, I wouldn't have hired him to begin with. How long has he been working for you? Oh, not for long. I hired him very recently. None of your neighbors say they recognize him. He was still getting acquainted with the village. They would have known him in time. Again, that is being brought up that no one knew what he looked like, but I don't think I remember ever that scene popped up. I don't remember that at all being popped up. Doesn't seem likely considering what his plan was. I suppose so. Maybe it did seem odd to be plied so close to the reunion. But everything is clear in hindsight. I could have known beforehand. Doesn't look like this will lead anywhere. But what about the letter Mr. Waters found? Yes, about that. The letter must have been sent to him, not me. You mean Mr. Donatello? Ah, yawn, excuse me. It must have been orders from his boss. It didn't sound like it was a very friendly missive. Let's take a look at her. Somebody was really dragging their feet to get rid of Miss Maya. Why would Mr. Raphael hold off on the Bea Medeiros? He'd said they disagreed with the orders. Perhaps that was it. In any case, even if I opened and read the letter, I wouldn't know who it was from. FM? I don't know any FM. You don't even listen to FM radio? Oh gosh, you're not cultured enough even for your own time. It's completely different from what she told us yesterday. She's changing everything for the trial. There's no reason to say I planned or respond to anything at all. No reason to plan or respond to anything at all. Isn't there? I don't see anything saying I helped set this up. You don't know that the assassination wasn't planning for very long. That's not important, is it? It shows she's been planning Maya's murder for a long time. The letter makes even more sense. She's just taking, well, too long. Maybe she didn't want to kill Mr. Maya after all. She was stalling and FM got angry. That does sound big. I know you can prove it, but remember, the main thing is if she actually shot her. You can't prove that with only this. It all ties in together. I'm about to get all of our answers. As such, there's no reason to suspect me any more than anybody else. I mean, for going to the whole fact, like, she definitely heard the 2 bullets and, like, that didn't work out. She went downstairs and went to the secret room and with a gun and all that. That makes sense. Like, what was it? Like, hold on. I actually didn't get a good look at this. What was it? No, it's not that. Where was it? Not the manor. It's fingerprints. Donatello, Faye, Pearl, Porter, Gladys, Mark, and me. So, like, literally, her prints are on it, but it doesn't say exactly where the entrance came from. It could have been... Let me see this again. Not that, come on. So, like, went down the stairs. It would have been easier for her to go into the left or right doors, so... And I'm pretty sure thinking, like, if I was in this situation, I would go in the guest room on the left, because Gladys' room is the guest room on the right, so... She went down the stairs, went to the room on the left, and into the secret room there. Then shot from in the secret hallway there. I guess it's a different matter of, like, how you can even tell if there's anyone inside. Like did they purposely poke a hole into it or something? I don't think that really makes too much sense because it was only a bullet hole. We didn't see anything else. I mean, the wall was made of paper, but, Well, I guess they're desperate then? Or something like that? I don't know. As such, there's no reason to suspect me any more than anybody else. Of everyone there, you seem to be the most likely candidate. Do I? What about all the others? There were plenty of suspicious people. We had a mafia shooter, and the mystic Makoto, who was spying. Objection! Miss Porter's a fine, upstanding member of society. Don't go sullying her name, pretty please. You say that, but yeah, she's upstanding. The fact accused her just yesterday, and the argument held then. Good thing you said to change of heart, eh, buddy? You said it. The culprit is sitting right in front of me. I can't let her get away. Do you think grandmother could shoot a gun? She's so frail. It was her. I haven't reached that far yet, though. Didn't we, like, already cover, like, the water spray she brought, like, this small gun? Like, no matter, like, it doesn't matter if, like, your experience with guns or all that. You can at least shoot anyone with this gun. So it doesn't matter who it could have been. It literally could apply to anyone. There's none of this whole, sniper rifle or just big shotgun, which, you know, has a kickback and, like, has enough force to dislocate your own shoulder or break your bones. That's not the same case here. This is so small enough the kickback would just, you know, mostly fly it out of your hands at the very least. You don't have a hold of it hard enough. This is still about her connection to the family. It won't be long before we get to the shooting. I know you have all the answers somewhere in your court record. But if the truth is, you'll prove it. You have to. Be sure you know what you're doing and check everything carefully. Everything Mr. Raphael was with those people. So we pressed through everything, so there must be something to attack with. There's no reason to say a plan to respond to anything at all. No reason to say a plan to anything or respond to anything at all. That sounds like something we have an opening for, at the very least. What is it being used, though? There's no reason to say I plan to respond to anything at all. Well, I mean, if we're going to technicalities, then, like, I mean, there was that, which we kind of just want to use it. I just want to use it just because, I just want to use it just because we haven't used it yet. We used pretty much everything else here so far. I think we even used pepper spray, but we didn't use our own testimony. Okay, I don't even care if this is the right one. We just have to do this, okay? Oh, that was right, actually. You've been playing this for longer than I realized. Jimmy, could you read this for the court? Let's see. Fake claim medians, plan reunion, yada yada yada. I can't read. Ah, here. Former master to host at our home in Crane Village. That's the front page. That's the front bold letter page. What were you doing? Is that the part you're thinking of? Mystic Faye, you told me multiple times you were against the idea of a Faye reunion. If that's the case, why would you volunteer your home as the venue? You've been playing this from the beginning. I supported my granddaughter, despite her foolishness. She had her heart set in the gathering. I couldn't talk her out of it. I couldn't do that. I had no choice but to play along. No, you offered your place so that you could control what happened and where. So much happened that couldn't have been possible without your knowledge. Take the big gun, for instance. How did anybody manage to smuggle in that without you finding out? You can shout all day, but you'll never prove I knew. Mr. Raphael was resourceful. He could find a way. Climb over the walls. Not working, buddy. You need to grab this bull by the horns and go straight for what we know. Pierce the jugular? Okay. Mystic Faye, you shot your granddaughter. That is a fact. If it isn't, prove it. Gladly. Answer some questions for me, will you? The gun water's found. Where'd it come from? The pistol's mine. It's a family heirloom. Oh, okay, so there's guns in here, so literally, literally anyone could have grabbed it in the middle of confusion. Well then, like, well, the only way anyone would, like, have the gun in their person as a family heirloom is they knew ahead in advance of the whole plan, then. Why would... What? Why? It's been the Faye clan since we first immigrated from Japan. It literally can only be anyone other than you, then. Who would have the foresight about all of this? God. There's no one else it could be. I mean, I could see Gladys taking it, like, if she knew, like, if she was, like, you know, familiar with the whole house, but she, like, went ahead and, like, you know, did the whole, like, bugged the whole place. Oh, my. I mean, she had her pepper spray on hand, so she had a weapon on hand, so it's not her. And, Dantelem, he has his own little gunny one. Your gun. That sounds like a confession. Nonsense, I wouldn't have been excellent to anyone. It's one of many valuables I keep in the western half of my home. The western half. The one you didn't want anyone to look through again. Okay. An 18th century relic, I keep it on display as one of my ceremonial sword. A gun that old still works? Apparently. During the commotion, you say anybody could have waltzed on in, stolen it, and used it. Anyone could use it. Something of that size would require much skill. You get a loaded gun just lying around? I had antique ball bearings in the same room. They can be used with no problem. Oh, we're going back to ball bearing bullets. Oh god, I love this too much. Oh god, that one case. Well, isn't all this is just nifty. God. Now into a more modern discovery. Are you aware where this gun was found? I haven't the foggiest. Okay then. Righty, how about you enlighten her? We found it in the hallway running through the middle of your manor. The same hallway you've been trying to hide. A secret passage? Is that where the third shot came from? From the sound of it, yeah, the statue is the end point. It was, and I approve of it. Well, which is it? Well, wait, we don't have the statue, so I'm, bullet hole. There was a bullet hole on one side of the hall, but none on the other. Well, that's clear proof that the shooter fired from there. Proves it? Why wasn't this brought before? I'm sure Obi had good reasons. We can check him later, right? Search him. But for now, it's all back to you, Mystic Fae. Finger guns. Somebody shot her from a super secret hiding hallway that was in your home. You've been stalling the police by denying them entry to the west half. Why would you want to hide if not to cover your tracks? I'm really to blame for the police not investigating. They could have entered sooner, but they didn't. I know somebody else must have known about the central passage. Such a weird nonsense. Mere presence does not implicate me. Oh, and you're going with this. Okay, there's more. I feel like we have to use the fingerprints of the hallway, but this is as good a time as any to stop this here. So literally, like just like it's just not even we're literally just narrowing it down to you. Like literally, so far it can be no one else. No one has the foresight, the planning for all of this. Literally, like literally, I think the only person who'd like do this would be like not in the right mind, like Gladys, to actually do all that. So. Well, I guess paranoid is more of a word for Gladys and all that, but geez, honestly, just carrying a random gun that you just found around in your house or something like this, you have to be very paranoid, or you have to have some foresight about this. And you definitely had the planning of that newspaper, which I definitely am knew to present exactly right there and then would be the right course of action. So, we'll nail you down for next time. So, what a fun time watch as I am playing us. Hope to see you next time, what time may be. And I'll hope you a fantastic day.